Microphone check.
Ooh, let's go.
What's up, guys? My name is Justin,
My name is Danny.
and we are Ringpost.
Welcome to Ringpost.
As you see, there's some noticeably different changes for starters.
You look shorter. I think that's better. That's better. So
You look like a damn toddler.
I was gonna say, like, you're taller than me in real life, but yet you're small. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But yes, welcome, guys. Two new things. We switched spots just to see what how that vibes out. We'll see.
See how I feel during shows. See how you feel during shows.
Yeah, why not? And we got microphones. We're testing things out. We're trying new things out. So we're excited for this new chapter.
New things.
New things. Well, we couldn't get a Ringpost ramble last week. That was on me. I've been super busy and everything.
Hey, don't take all the credit.
So I'm kind of glad that we're doing this because there's a lot happening right now in the wrestling world.
Oh man, yeah. It makes me feel so guilty that I haven't been posting.
It's okay.
The past week and stuff like that. It's just so much going on, but
yeah.
But so much also going on wrestling,
Bro.
And we live it for you.
We have to get into it. So now we're gonna start from. Let's talk about the Friday Night SmackDown with CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. Now,
Roman Reigns.
Roman. We need to talk about that because it was incredible. It was an incredible thing.
I can't go too far. There you
go. We need to talk about the. Obviously, we knew from the beginning, ever since Royal Rumble, that it was going to be a triple threat.
Yep.
I'm happy that we talked about that here. That we were able to say it was a triple threat, and now it is. But we need to talk about how it's the main event. Now, a lot of people have opinions on it, and I wanted to hear what your opinion was on it.
I think it's bullshit.
Oh,
I think it's bullshit that they're going to be main eventing.
Tell me why, though.
The reason why is because all right, I get it. That match has so much heat behind it, and I see why it could possibly be a co-main event, co-headliner, but to overshadow Jay's and Gunther's match for the World Heavyweight title, I feel like to me that brings the prestige down on that title.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, that makes it seem like a U.S. title or Intercontinental title.
Yeah, I didn't take it that far, but you definitely just now. Okay. It kind of feels like as if it's like when they first introduced it, they wanted it to be like side by side with the Universal or the Undisputed Championship. Yeah. But at this point, it's just the secondary title, if anything. It's not even lower than that.
It definitely is. And like I said, I don't agree with the spot.
Okay.
But that's because, we got two divas, three divas in that match.
Yeah.
Three divas in that match. And only one of them hasn't main evented the WrestleMania. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why it got pushed to main event. Although, CM Punk was crying and stuff like that, and he was. I feel like he was the one that pushed for it.
Could it be the one that he was the one that pushed for it, or was it that it was Heyman that was like, "Yo, we need to do this for Punk." Storyline wise, storyline wise,
I can see that.
Storyline wise, again, because Punk said that that's not the favor that he's owed. The fact that we still got the WrestleMania main event for Punk is still mind-blowing.
And it's not even a title match.
It's not even a title match, but I'm gonna get into that soon. Hold on.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you say what I gotta say. But I think it's cool. Like that Punk is finally getting his main event spot. And obviously it's gonna be with Roman and Seth. But we need to talk about how Seth was reacting, though. Like, did you see that crash out? That crash out was Absolute cinema.
He absolutely
Absolute cinema.
He wants to call Drew McIntyre as well, and he's crying worse than Drew.
Yes, exactly that.
No. You're not gonna be main. Like, come on, dude. Like that was a 5-year-old temper tantrum.
It was.
Like my daughter has those tantrums.
He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. This is what happened. You let what I think he said it this week or last week. He was like, "This is what happens when you let a snake in the garden" or something like that. That was a line. That was a bar, by the way. But mic drop. So
just got these. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. So now now that we realize on what the main event is and what's going to happen for, it's obviously going to be night one main event. It's definitely going to be night one. But what do you think the favor is? Like, what is this favor that he says that Paul Heyman still owes him?
To join his side.
To have Heyman on his side.
And that's where we'll go back to where CM Punk said that we all know he said let me see if I can get this verbatim. You all know, you all have seen so and Roman Reigns is seeing that Paul Heyman isn't just his wise man. So I take that as since that's the favor. Well, I take it as it should be one of the favors or the favor to be on his side. And if we go back even further, back when CM Punk was before his first departure, I believe Paul Heyman has said to him, I may not be by your side, but I still will be with you when you main event WrestleMania. And this was over 10 years ago. So
long-term storytelling is what you're saying. That's exactly what this is about.
That's the direction that I see that WWE has been going into.
Is the long-term.
Is the long-term storytelling.
It's like the long-term storytelling that felt unfinished, but now we're finally getting like we're closing the chapter of it of the story back then.
Let's see. There was another thing I seen where it was Bianca Ripley and Raquel. They came up in NXT together.
They did,
and they were cool.
Yeah.
And now it's, excuse my language, fuck y'all.
I mean, yeah, yeah. At this point, you're not. Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely agree with that. And a lot of people were saying, and because you said it in a ramble, that what if Heyman turns on Roman and Punk
and joins Seth
and joins Seth. But I remember having a conversation with someone, and they were like, Seth can handle his, like, he can be on his own. He doesn't need like a manager.
He's the visionary. That's why.
Yeah, and I think having Seth in that kind of like in that story with Heyman, I think would be interesting, but I don't think it's necessary.
No, it's not necessary.
No, it's not. But what I will say though, and here's what I think, and here's the favor. This is just me just reaching at this point. What if the favor is whoever wins that match gets number one contendership for the WWE Undisputed Champion? Himself in that match. That's his second main event for a WWE Championship.
I can see that. I can see that.
I've been planting that seed in everyone's head, by the way.
I can see that. I can see that. You heard it here first on Ringpost.
I've been planting that seed. What do you think of that? Because again, I'm reaching.
I see that the way I see that on a weather app, I would say about 75% possibly happening.
Bro, I thought you were gonna do Steiner math right now. Just I was like, wait, is he really gonna do it? But that's what I think the favor is.
That seems more plausible. That seems way more plausible than.
You're gonna text me when it happens.
You fucking said it. You fucking said it.
All we're gonna hear in this living room is like,
look in my eyes.
So
who do you see?
we're just gonna have to wait and see what Friday brings, because obviously that's when they're gonna announce more stuff about that triple threat. But I don't know, man.
All this overseas stuff is killing me, man. It's
I know.
just been killing me.
I know, but it's okay. This it's gonna build this stuff back up and
finally they are coming back.
Yeah,
to the States,
and then we'll get to watch it at 8 p.m.
and we get to see. And we get to see, what's his name?
El Grande Americano.
Yeah, El Grande Americano. Chad Gable.
Nah, I don't think it's Chad Gable, bro. He's denying it.
Yeah, but you saw how he reacted when he was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. I'll be better by then."
I don't know, bro. I don't think.
Yo, what
him.
if we get the Grande Americano
versus
Chad Gable?
It'll be the greatest. Bro, you know what this? You know what
That's
this is?
just gonna be R-Truth versus Little Jimmy.
You know what this is? Sami Zayn versus El Generico.
Ooh.
This is exactly what's happening. That's what's happening. How we always joke about, like, yo, imagine, like, you know, El Generico and Sami Zayn have a match. We got El Gran Americano versus Chad Gable.
That'll be something.
Take a sip of that Red Bull. Red Bull sponsor us.
Got no wings.
Got no wings. All right, so moving on. So we talked about the title match between Cody and Cena. Now, let's talk about that Monday night promo that they did, because we got it 3 weeks in a row where they're under the same roof. Cody pretty much was doing most of the promo. Cena didn't talk. The second week, the same exact thing. Now we got the third week where Cena was about to say something. Cody came out, but then Cena did his thing, though. Do you think he cooked, or do you think Cody cooked more?
Honestly,
It's a tough one.
Because you know what? John has some good points. John has some points, and no one can mess with him on the mic. Cody, on the other hand, was very close. Very close. If not, I would say probably. I don't want to say demolished him, but I think Cody won that one.
Right.
A little mic battle, right?
Okay.
There.
Cool.
But like I said, John was saying a lot of things that were true, you know. But then Cody came out, and you know he pulled the B Rabbit.
Okay,
he pulled the B Rabbit.
Like, I know what you're gonna say about me. I know what you're gonna say, and it's like, this reminds me of something.
Yeah, I live in a trailer. Yeah, I live with my mom. Yeah, I got jumped by all 6 of y'all.
Like, that's what I got. I was like, I'm getting B Rabbit from this.
Sorry, I'm a foreshadow. Jimmy!
Oh my God.
Yo, you know what? This episode of Raw was straight out of 8 Mile.
Shady, if you're watching this, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, Shady won't watch this. Shady just out here just doing whatever he wants. But the way that I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. Cody definitely cooked with that promo, but there was one thing that Cena did say that really caught my attention, was the fact that he makes empires for billionaires.
Yeah.
Cody just takes it from their kids.
Yep.
And I was like, oh.
Takes money from their kids.
Takes money from their kids. I was like, oh, wait,
Yeah.
hold on a second. But the other thing that Cody said, though, that really caught me off guard was, you were made with, what was it? That you were made within this company, you were what was it?
It was something about being fabricated.
You were created in this company. I wasn't. I had to reinvent myself or something like that. But because you were chosen by the person who's no longer with the company, I was like, oh.
Yeah, that we can no longer name.
Exactly.
Yo, I was like, oh, he's talking about Prince.
Bro, what? And I think that itself just made that promo so much fun, because it was just going back and forth with what Cody has gone through and then what Cena has gone through. You see like these parallels, kind of like you know. But I will say like that was a fun promo, and then of course Cena got laid out. So
yeah, that's something that needed to finally happen
because we're not gonna see him till WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, we needed some action because these promos going back and forth. It was almost like the same promo every week.
Yep.
And I'm glad that Cody actually laid the smackdown on Raw.
The smackdown. The smackdown.
Whooped his candy ass.
Oh, speaking of candy ass, is he showing up in the next 2-3 weeks? Do you think The Rock?
It's not scheduled,
but he might show up.
Yeah,
absolutely. Just to bring in that star power, right?
Yeah, I'm sure because that's what he originally did last year.
Last year.
Yeah, he wasn't announced. He just showed up. Talking about
the goosebumps, the loosey gooseys.
I was about to say, you know what? Let me take that back. You know what I was about to say.
What?
It's just cold in there, bro. You ain't got no goosebumps because because you're the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. I mean, you probably are, but it was just chilly. That's why you got the goosebumps, bro. Put a sweater on next time.
Damn. Damn, you telling that to Dwayne the Rock?
Yes.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson to put a sweater on so he doesn't get cold?
Yeah, the one with the long turtleneck that he wore with his fanny pack and his chain.
This man is going to cancel Ringpost if he sees it. If he's going to cancel it, just buy us out at this point.
Listen, you want to cancel us? How about you just cancel that show that you copied off of us?
Oh. Bro, you can't be stirring the pot like that. We just got new equipment, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, you can't be doing that now. Not now.
Look in the mirror and look at your war packer.
Oh my god. So now that you did that, that reminded me of Finn Balor's music. I don't know why. Let's go into the Intercontinental Champion picture. I don't know if we talked about it on Ramble before, but I did maybe mention it a few times. Like we might get a fatal 4-way for that title, which we got Bron.
I think we briefly touched on it last two episodes.
So we may get Bron, we might get Finn, we might get Dom, and we might get Penta, and that's our fatal 4-way for WrestleMania.
Cero miedo.
Do you think that's gonna happen at Mania, or do you think that's gonna happen at a Raw before Mania?
I feel like that should be something at Mania.
Do you think that if it happens at Mania, do you think that Finn should come back as the Demon?
Anytime Finn comes back, I'm hoping he comes back as a Demon. Because that last match that he had with Edge was...
Which, by the way, he was supposed to win that.
I know.
That's wild.
I know, and it was something about the fans or something like that.
Nah, it was Edge that was really like pushing for Finn to get it, but it was the person who shall not be named was like, no, I want.
Yes, Prince.
Not Prince.
The husband of the Department of Education.
Oh God, oh God, we're getting canceled, bro. Wait, we didn't even mention. Did we say this episode 10?
Oh yes, this is episode 10. Yes, 10.
Wait, 10. We're gonna get canceled at 11, bro.
If we can come out with an 11,
we probably would.
Talking about copyright violation episode of Raw recap.
Bro, you still on a Raw recap? Right?
Yeah, because they took our idea.
Listen, that's why we're doing things differently now. That's what we're gonna do. Like, listen, we adjust, we adapt, we ring post.
They're diddlers.
Oh God, bro, we're really gonna get canceled. All right, so the fatal 4-way it could happen at Mania.
Yes,
but if it does happen at Mania, who is going to win it at Mania?
My money would be on Breaker or Penta.
You don't think it's too early for Penta to win that title?
No, because someone is coming out that I think is gonna outshine Penta.
What do you mean? Who's coming out?
Ray Phoenix.
To help him out in the match?
No, No, I'm just saying in general. They're putting him right. Yeah, Ray Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting him on SmackDown,
Yes.
and I feel like that's because Penta has this great aura on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to diminish that,
Right.
and that's why they have him on SmackDown so that they can have
Their own time.
yeah.
Like their own
Yes.
screen time, if
Exactly.
anything. Yeah. So do you think that they're just gonna give the title to Penta so he can have more screen time and more momentum?
I feel like it. I feel like it. But then I would love for I honestly all four of them. I would love for all four of them to win.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And so it's like it can go either way.
It can go either way, but the problem is that I would love to have Finn, but I have a really strong feeling that Dom's gonna win his first solo title. Dom winning his first solo title.
Second?
Is it a second? No.
Yes, because he was a North American champion too.
Yo, tell me why I did forget about that. Holy
yeah.
You
He was North American champion last year for a short period of time.
I forgot about that, bro.
Or the year before.
No, I really did forget about that.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Okay.
But now he can go after the Intercontinental Championship and be like his daddy, Eddie Guerrero.
I was gonna say, like, listen, if Papi won it, he gonna be like, Papi, I make him proud.
I did it for you, Papi. I read this thing where Dom had an interview and it gave me a headache. They were talking and stuff like that, and Dom says that both of his parents weren't there for his birth.
For his birth.
He said, yeah, they couldn't make it or something like that. And then I saw like the interviewer was like, how does that work?
They just weren't there.
Like, the fuck?
They just weren't there. Like, explain how that happens. But that's how you know Dom is doing it pretty well. He's feeding into that character so good.
He's such a good heel.
He's doing the best he can.
Such a great heel.
Let's talk about how they're introducing in the Hall of Fames how like they're showcasing
the matches. Yes.
For I think it was WrestleMania. What are they? That's for Stone Cold and Bret Hart. That's new.
17?
No, that's not 17.
No.
I think it was. We can look it up. Intermission. But yeah, that's a new thing now.
Yeah, which I thought was pretty cool. So I already see that Undertaker and Mankind are gonna get an induction.
Oh,
I can see that happening because that's a match, for the ages. A few. I think.
WrestleMania 13.
WrestleMania 13. I was gonna say 13 too.
Yeah, I was gonna say 12, but I was like, it's not 12. Plus 1,
13. I see them also as bad as it sounds. I see them inducting Shane O'Mac too.
Which match?
Any of his Hell in a Cell matches.
Oh.
Any of his Hell in a Cell matches because all of his Hell in a Cell matches were all bangers.
Do you think that they'll only do WrestleMania matches for that Hall of Fame, or would they do other PLEs? Because that's a lot to like narrow down. I kind of feel like they would just do WrestleManias.
You would think so?
I think so. Because I think they would only that's a lot of pay-per-view / PLEs to go through and be like, what was the greatest match of all time, and we'll put it in the Hall of Fame.
What was the it was a Shane McMahon. It was most recent, not most recent. It was a WrestleMania that happened within the past 4 years, 5 years maybe.
Are you talking about Shane O'Mac and AJ Styles?
Was it Shane O'Mac and AJ Styles? Was that the Charlotte Flair and what was her name again? Ronda Rousey.
The triple threat.
The triple threat with Becky Lynch. Yeah.
That was 37.
And I think that's where the match was.
Let's see. Let's find out. Brief intermission. Let's see. Shane McMahon. Let's see. Well, Shane McMahon had a match at 39. So Shane McMahon had a match. Shane
His
McMahon
last one was at 39.
He made a shocking return at 39. He faced Braun Strowman in a steel cage match in 37. 35, he faced The Miz. 32 was the Hell in a Cell match. But there was one that he had with AJ Styles. For
32.
sure.
32. I think 32 was.
Let's see. Yeah, what Mania was that? I think it was 37. We're over here trying to look up what the hell. People are probably like, "Yo, what am I watching right now?" I'm like,
"We're just watching two dudes researching shit."
We just
actually researching. Actually researching, not for scientific research.
That was WrestleMania 33, by the way. That was 33.
Oh, AJ Styles and Shane O'Mac. Okay.
Yeah, that was AJ. Yeah, that was WrestleMania 33. And mind you, I have that jersey.
Oh, yeah?
I think it's that Shane O'Mac. I have a Shane O'Mac jersey. I think it was for 32.
Here comes the money.
Yeah, because I was so happy to see him back. And I was so happy to, I think I got so hyped seeing him do what he does best. And that's throw himself off the cage. And
yeah, not anything.
But yeah, if anything, I think what happens with those, like, I feel like with those Hall of Fames, like, I think they would just be like, all right, well, we'll just only do WrestleMania. So in my opinion, like, if anything, I would love to see the TLC 2, like WrestleMania 17.
Oh yeah,
I think that'll be really cool to see in the Hall of Fame, and I think that'll be like, because Edge and Christian. They're already in. Christian's not in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Edge is, though.
I used to confuse the three of them.
The three?
Edge, Christian, and Chris Jericho. I used to confuse. Oh, as a kid, I thought they were one person.
Bro, they're Canadian.
Yeah.
Long
blonde hair.
That's what it was. That's a lot of people. They're like long blonde hair.
Oh, and Test.
Oh, Test. What a guy. Yeah, bro.
R.I.P. Right?
Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah. R.I.P. Test. What a time. So now the next question that I have, it's out of the blue. Let's talk about where the title, what do you think the match, where the card is gonna start off at, what's gonna open night 1, what's gonna open night 2? Because so far we have a few matches already there, but what's gonna be the opener?
Tag match.
Which tag match? Because they haven't even announced that yet.
No, they haven't. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, obviously Street Profits.
Yeah. So SmackDown tag team titles, okay.
Street Profits. I'm thinking Yes Boy.
Yes Boy.
Yes Boy.
But do you think that's gonna be it
could be a triple. It could be another triple threat. Fucking.
It could be like a jam-packed match that they had, like a 5-man, like a 5 tag team match.
Yeah.
Like a ladder match or something like that. I think that'll be cool.
But we are cutting short on time when it comes to hype for that match.
That is true.
I don't know about the War Raiders, because
I think they're teasing the War Raiders to have a match. If they do it at Mania, it's going to be against the New Day. There's no other tag team on Raw.
Yeah.
There is no other tag team on Raw that will go for it.
And I think to get one over on us, it's going to be the New Day.
Winning the titles again?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
They're not. Nothing's really happening with the War Raiders right now.
Then Big E comes out. Or Big E comes out and sabotages the match.
And gives the
But
win.
That's not the type of person Big E is.
No.
He is not that type of person.
No, they wouldn't do that.
They're that type of people.
Yeah, they're definitely.
Another match that I think that would be an opener. Let me see.
I'm telling you right now, I have a really strong feeling that Jay and Gunther are going to open up night 1.
That's going to be so sad.
Oh, absolutely.
It's going to be so sad.
It's because the problem that people have right now, it's like the 2 Royal Rumble winners are not main eventing WrestleMania, which was the entire concept of winning the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but you gotta change things sometimes,
which happens in the past.
We don't have Prince anymore in the chair,
which has happened in the past, even during the Prince era. You know, there were championships that were opening night one or not even main eventing. But the thing is that people want Jay to main event.
He's main event Jey Uso.
He's main event Jey Uso, and that would make sense. And to be honest with you, if a win like that at the end of the night, it would have been such a great feeling.
Closer.
It will be a great closer. You have the entire stadium just, bouncing up and down to his music, just yeeting along. Everyone's
4 letters, 1 word. Yeet.
And you have Las Vegas yeeting. Like, it would have been great. But I kind of see what they did though. So, but I have a feeling that it's gonna open up to. I feel like it's gonna open up the night, and it's gonna be like what the night is going to be like. It's kind of like setting the tone of what the WrestleMania night one's gonna be. Because remember, night 2 of WrestleMania 40, it was Seth and McIntyre.
Yes.
So, and it was for that title. Like, again, this comes back to the conversation of that heavyweight title is like a secondary title.
Yeah.
So we don't know what to do at this point,
The Ulafala comes first.
Oh, that's actually interesting. That's very interesting.
It does.
True.
Look, he's main eventing.
The main event.
I mean, it's not for the Ulafala, but
where do you think
he's got it.
Where do you think Charlotte and Tiffany are going to be at? Do you think it's going to be night 1 or night 2?
Night 1.
Night 1.
I think it's going to be night 1.
Could that be the opener? Because I feel like Rhea, Io, and Bianca are going to be night 2. That's what I think.
I feel as if possibly Jade and Naomi. Maybe.
Did they announce that?
They haven't announced it,
but they're teasing it.
They're so
there's just too much teasing.
Badly teasing it, yo.
He's like,
it's getting under my skin, and I like them both. I like them both.
Of course, you like them both.
Listen, don't judge me on my preferences, okay?
I am not judging. I am just saying you like them both.
Don't say it too loud. My wife might hear you.
I'm gonna clip that. I am going
and tag her.
No, that I wouldn't do.
She's gonna tag. He's gonna tag her, Becky. Oh wait, that is Becky, Naomi, and Jade. Becky, Naomi, and Jade. Tag them all 3, and watch Naomi be the messy one to freaking repost it too.
Yo, can we get that? Can we do? Please do so. Because we appreciate Bianca, and we gotta shout them out because that was actually pretty cool. Bianca liked our story. Jade was liking the story,
and Naomi seeing
them. So that's dope. And you've been really big in that story too. So you've been very vocal about it. So I think you talking about it kind of like brought that like, oh, they're watching.
Oh yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
That and Zillafat too, seeing our stuff too.
Yo, shout out to Zilla, bro.
So I mean. Wrestlers are noticing, and
we gonna keep doing what we do.
Even some promotions are noticing too. Shout out HOG.
Shout out HOG, House of Glory, baby.
That's me.
Yeah, we're kind of hyped right now. But WrestleMania is what, 3 weeks away? 2 weeks away? 1 week away?
Yeah, no.
Tomorrow.
It's gonna feel like tomorrow.
That's how it feels like, and so I think WrestleMania is still cooking, in a good way because
it's in a crock pot right now.
Yeah, it's still doing what it's got to do. Yeah, you know?
It's still simmered. It's not even boiling yet.
I like that. WrestleMania is simmering
in a crock pot.
And then once the week of, then we just lift it and like, oh, that's what that smells like.
Yeah.
That's what the Rock is cooking, you know? That's what
Dwayne, I finally smell what you're cooking. So far, it's smelling good.
You got anything else you want to talk about real quick? This was a very interesting episode, by the way, because obviously you see this. We got 2 microphones. We switched spots. We're trying to come up with different formats of Ramble, so it's not, too long and.
Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about this. Let's go back on this Naomi Jade thing.
Oh yeah, we only touched.
Okay, so
caution, by the way.
Michin came out.
Michin.
With your chin or my chin?
No, Michin.
Oh.
Long back attack.
She stole my move.
Bro, that's my move. I've been doing that since the 10th grade.
Yeah, but you gotta ass. I got a long back.
Bro, I got a board. Why are we talking about my ass on this episode?
Because you always popping it.
Damn it.
So it was Michin and B-Fab, right?
Yes.
And who was it? Chelsea Green?
Chelsea Green. Yes.
Reclusa. My favorite version of Chelsea Green.
This one?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Reclusa.
Gotcha.
My favorite.
Gotcha.
And there was a unwarranted attack during that match.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it seemed like nobody in that match was proceeding with caution.
Mm-hmm. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Because Naomi came out. She started beating on B-Fab, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, she was beating on B-Fab. And dun 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 Halle Berry. I mean, Jade Cargill came out. The storm was coming. She came out dressed like Kill Bill.
Just as the bride. Or better yet, that's all Bruce Lee style.
Yes, that is a Bruce Lee.
Mm-hmm. But it was cool though. I love how their outfits are like.
They're kind of coordinating.
Yes, and I think that's what makes it so much better too, because they're doing what they're doing with the outfits, but the outfits are like telling a story too.
Oh yeah, absolutely, completely telling a story from Bianca with the teardrops to even when at a Elimination Chamber, Bianca and Naomi, they had on white. Jade came out with all black. Next episode, they had on all black.
Mm-hmm.
Where Naomi called Bianca a selfish bitch.
Ooh.
And yeah, that's what she said. Selfish bitch, right? I just want to get her verbatim. Just
don't misquote her.
I'm proceeding with caution.
I see what this guy did there. You see what he did? Shit.
So yeah, and then next few nights, like I said, the tears on Bianca's blazer, and Naomi coming out in her little getup, and Jade out in the white with the blood all over it and stuff like that. Yeah, no, absolutely, his costumes are telling a story,
telling a whole story.
And I'm here for it. The costumes, their outfits last Friday felt very superhero villain to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really digging that. I'm really digging that. I do want to make a comment on Jade's wrestling.
I mean, you did before.
She can do better. I know she can do better.
Yeah.
She needs to sell a lot harder. She needs to stop acting like that older cousin when you're play wrestling and you hit them over the head with the chair and they just stand there. That doesn't affect me.
It was not very effective.
All right, Cartman.
Yeah. Again, like, to be honest with you, I think she definitely has to work on that. But it's again, she came from a company that really didn't give that.
No,
and again, like, I wouldn't be surprised if WWE's like, yo, we're gonna invest so much. We want you to get better. We want you to do good. And I feel like that was like the time away that she had. She had the opportunity to do that.
That's Mark Henry's doing.
Yeah,
that's Mark Henry's doing.
Because he sees potential, like how we all do.
She's got it.
Mm-hmm.
She just needs the execution.
And I think she's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over time.
Jade is going to be.
She's only been wrestling 3 years?
Yeah.
If that.
Exactly. So not maybe more than that, but it to be honest with you, I'm gonna say a hot take like that. That's our new future women's champion. I'm not gonna say the next Charlotte Flair or anything like that, but what I'm gonna say
she's the next Charlotte Flair.
Oh man, I wasn't gonna do it, but you did it.
I had to.
You did it, bro. Not
and
me.
I had to hit it with that voice.
Not with the voice.
That late night call when you're on the phone. Hey,
bro.
baby. Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. This is
Stop it.
This is a wrestling show.
The wrestling show, Ringpost Ramble. The one with those 2 guys on there.
I'm calling the cops. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Oh, you cut me off now?
Oh God! Stop using that voice, please. Yeah. So we're gonna tell us what you guys think. What you guys think of this format?
I'm making Danny cry over here.
Oh, bro, just stop, man. Let us know what you guys think of this format. Obviously, we're testing new things out. You're gonna do it again, aren't you?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh my God. I can't do this anymore. I can't, bro. I can't. So, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Keep yourself locked in with Ringpost. We're gonna be posting a little more on Instagram. We want to start sharing new ideas too. And what?
Start sharing some new ideas.
Oh, start sharing some new ideas. We gonna walk?
Who's gonna walk?
I don't know. You doing this?
I don't know. I'm like, get on with it.
Oh, okay. Get on with it. Oh, that's what that means. All right. Now I know. See, we're sharing, But yeah.
Just remember, this is our 10th episode.
And we're gonna do 11 and 12 and 13.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going.
Stop using that voice, Justin. Just end the show. End the show. Go ahead.
All right, guys. My name is Justin.
My name is Danny.
This is the 10th episode of Ringpost Ramble.
All right, do the voice one more time for them because I know you're gonna do it anyways.
Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Have a good night. Bye.
I'm calling the cops. All right, laters.